Hi there, I'm Amber from Beijing University of Chemical Technology. In this lesson, we'll focus on how to add sentence variety to your writing. Using sentences of different types and length makes your writing more engaging. If too many of your sentences are short, simple sentences, your writing may sound monotonous. Compare the given two paragraphs. Which one is better written? You can pause the video so that you could read the two paragraphs carefully. In paragraph 1, all of the sentences have the same basic length. Using short, simple sentences often produces writing that doesn't flow well. Paragraph 2 is an improvement because now the sentences vary in type and length. How does the writer do that? He or she combines shorter sentences with phrases and conjunctions. In this lesson, we'll learn 4 techniques to add sentence variety. Number 1, vary sentence length. Number 2, vary sentence beginnings. Number 3, use inverted sentences. Number 4, use parallel structures. Ideas from shorter sentences can be combined into one sentence using an infinitive phrase or a participial phrase. Now, read through the 2 examples. Example 1. Why did Annette search the internet? To find information about the Serengeti Plain, we could use this infinitive phrase as an adverbial of purpose. Example 2. An infinitive phrase can also serve as the subject of a sentence, so we could use to go to Africa to replace that. Now read through the 2 given examples. The first example. In example 1, we learned that while Kai was walking barefoot, he stepped on a hornet's nest. So we could use a present participial phrase to combine these 2 short sentences. The second example, why did Shannon cover her ears? Because she was annoyed by the sound of the air hammer. Thus, a past participial phrase is needed to combine these 2 short sentences. Ideas from shorter sentences can be combined to a compound sentence using coordinating conjunctions like and, but, yet, or, so, etc. Now read through the 2 short sentences. These deformities have been difficult to accept. They have provided me with a unique life and greatly influenced the development of my character. We could easily see the contrast between these 2 sentences. Thus, but or yet is needed to connect these 2 sentences. Ideas from shorter sentences can be combined into a complex sentence. The 2 clauses can be connected with a subordinating conjunction or a relative pronoun or adverb. Now, read through the 2 short sentences. We could change the first sentence into a dependent clause and use the second sentence as an independent clause and thus combine these 2 sentences into a complex sentence. In paragraphs and essays, varied sentence beginnings can make your writing more interesting. In addition to beginning with a subject, you can begin with a modifying word or phrase. To be more specific, you can try beginning with an adverb, a participial phrase, a preposition phrase, or a dependent clause. These different beginnings will add variety to your sentences. Another way to add variety to your sentences is to include inverted sentences in your writing. This type of sentences delays the main information until the end giving it added emphasis. In the first pair of examples, the second sentence ends with the subject to give added emphasis to the main point, less traffic. In the second pair of examples, the second sentence gives emphasis to the subject, Ray Brown. Using parallel construction gives your writing rhythm. You could try repeating similar grammatical elements, words or phrases. Please note this. All repeated words and phrases should have the same structure, otherwise they are not parallel. In example 1, 3 verbs are used. Amuse and sadden, the first 2 verbs, have no objects, while the third one, make, has an object. Thus, the sentence is not parallel. We could correct the sentence by using 3 verbs, none of which has objects. We could also try using 3 adjectives. In example 2, jumping to the feet, cheering for an encore, and with calls of bravo are not parallel either. The third phrase should be changed to calling bravo. Read through the following sample and find out what techniques the writer has used to add sentence variety. The first sentence begins with a dependent clause. In the second sentence, parallel structure is used. Number 3 and number 4 are both compound sentences. Number 5 is a short sentence. Number 6 and number 7 are both complex sentences. The last sentence begins with a preposition phrase and is a complex sentence. We've learned about 4 techniques to add sentence variety. In addition to combining short sentences and creating compound as well as complex sentences, you could try using different beginnings, inverted sentences, and parallel structure. Time to wrap it up now. Remember to finish the quiz after class. See you soon.